The NFL is a great spot with all-time young talent at every position anywhere in the league, and the future of the NFL is definitely in great hands, especially in the stacked AFC, which might have the most stacked QB lineup of all time, headlined by Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and Josh Allen, all looking to compete in AFC championship games for the foreseeable future. However, there is a division in the AFC that is silently growing to have the most potential, with the brightest future in the entire league. The AFC South is quietly growing a four-way rivalry between four young quarterbacks that are just getting started. The Jaguars with Trevor Lawrence, the Texans with CJ Stroud, the Colts with Anthony Richardson, and the Titans with Will Levis. There is no other division in the NFL that can say they have four young quarterbacks and two who already reached stardom. The Houston Texans are currently exceeding expectations, sitting at 8-6 and tied for first in the AFC South. Led by QB second overall pick CJ Stroud and Coach of the Year candidate DeMeco Ryans, the Texans have had an incredible year and have claimed the title for having the brightest future in the league. Personally, I was completely wrong about the Texans, as I imagine many were. I didn't like them drafting Stroud or trading up to the third overall pick to draft Will Anderson. I thought this would end in complete disaster for them not having their first round pick this year, similar to the Panthers situation right now. However, this is not the case, and the future of the Texans is as bright as ever in their franchise history. CJ Stroud has been widely impressive this season, having one of the best rookie QB campaigns we have ever seen. All with a rotating offensive line, some young weapons in rookie Tank Dell, Nico Collins, and Noah Brown, along with tight end Dalton Schultz, CJ has made the best of his situation en route to winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. Right now, CJ has thrown 20 touchdowns to 5 interceptions with a 62.4 completion percentage, along with a 98.7 QB rating through 13 games, including a stretch where he didn't throw a single interception for the first 5 weeks of the season. He has made some incredible throws and has led some impressive game-winning drives. CJ Stroud is the Texans' franchise QB for the next decade. After rotating through Brock Osweiler, Matt Schwab, and the Deshaun Watson debacle, the Texans have now solidified their QB's position for years to come. Outside of CJ Stroud, the Texans have had some good young weapons on offense. Before he got injured, Tank Dell was having a fantastic rookie season. In 11 games, he recorded 47 catches, 709 yards, and 7 touchdowns, being one of CJ Stroud's favorite targets. He has also made some incredible catches, and he has formed a rising two-headed monster with the wide receiver Nico Collins. Collins currently has 60 catches, 104 yards, and 6 touchdowns. He has had his breakout year in his third season and is quickly emerging as one of the best young wide receivers in the league. In the backfield, you have Devin Singletary and Dameon Pierce, and they also have a young growing offensive line headed by star tackle Larry Tunsil. The Texans have had a great foundation and structure around their QB CJ Stroud in order to maximize his growth. This offense will only get better as Stroud progresses. The defense for the Texans has been pretty good as well, holding their opponents to under 20 points in 7 games and only allowing more than 30 points in 2 games against the Colts and Buccaneers, and led by 2 young stars in Derek Stingley Jr. and Will Anderson. After being picked third in the 2022 draft, Stingley had an underwhelming year due to injuries. Sauce Gardner's historic rookie season didn't help that fact at all. However, in 8 games he's played this year, he has been great, including a 3-game stretch where he got 4 interceptions. In 1 game, he got 2 picks in a crucial game against the Broncos. Will Anderson currently has 5 sacks, 8 tackles for loss, and 19 QB hits, but has shown some great flashes this year. On the other side, Jonathan Grenard is having a breakout season with 12.5 sacks, 15 tackles for loss, and 22 QB hits. Young safety Jalen Petrie and young rookie linebacker Henry Toto are having good seasons as well. Alongside these young players, vets Steven Nelson, Blake Cashman, and Jimmy Ward are having great years as well. The Texans defense is having a great year and will only continue to get better, especially with their young players. A big reason why their defense and their team overall is exceeding expectations is because of head coach DeMeco Ryans. Former 49ers defensive coordinator DeMeco Ryans has absolutely changed this team from a product and cultural standpoint. He is a big reason why the Texans have made this drastic of a change. His defensive mind and his leadership shows on and off the field, and he should 100% be in consideration for Coach of the Year alongside division rival Shane Steichen. Similar to rotating QBs, after rotating through coaches like Bill O'Brien and Lovie Smith, the Texans have found their coach for the foreseeable future. The Texans have the brightest future in the league, and they have found their head coach, franchise QB, and potential superstar pass rusher and corner all in one season. They have all the elements to be a Super Bowl contender for years to come. Despite this, I want to inject my opinion on what they should do for the upcoming future. They currently hold the 26th pick thanks to the Browns, and they have the 5th most cap space in the league for this upcoming offseason. They could have a franchise-altering offseason similar to the Jaguars in the 22 offseason. With the 26th pick, I would ideally want to draft Alabama offensive tackle J.C. Latham to help solidify the O-line, who has allowed 35 sacks on C.J. Stroud. It would be a dream scenario for the Texans if he was still available when it's their turn. With the cap space, though, I would go all in on defense and throw bags at defensive interior linemen Christian Wilkins and Antoine Winfield Jr., the safety, to really solidify their defense and make it one of the best defenses in the NFL under head coach D'Amico Ryans. If they take these steps in an ideal offseason, the Texans could look like serious contenders heading into next year by pairing that with some internal development. The Houston Texans are on an upward trajectory unlike anything their franchise has ever seen, having secured the two most important pieces for Super Bowl contention with C.J. Stroud and D'Amico Ryans, and a young and growing roster. Their future is unlimited. They have the best future of any team in the league, and Texans fans will have a great time rooting for their team in the next decade. The Texans are only a fourth of this bright division, and in the next part we will cover the Jacksonville Jaguars, so make sure to subscribe for more.